Here we are, Sunday afternoon. I've got a Raiders game to go to, so I thought I would show you what I was looking at, where the markets look like they will be trading for Sunday night through Monday. Just in case I missed the opening while I'm at the Raiders game, at least I've given you some information. So let me see if let me just move the chat room over. And if you guys are asking questions, I'll know. Just give me a moment to do that. All right, here comes the chat room. All right, now, if anyone is crazy enough to be doing this on a Sunday like I am, because I never stop, you'll ask me some questions and then we'll get this thing done. Anyway, I just wanted to illustrate to you a few things of what I see going on. So, first off, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders. Thank you for tuning in. This is my 2,483rd edition, not counting these live streams, by the way. I got, several thousand videos on YouTube, plus these live streams, but I don't sort of add them into the count. Anyway, let me get around to what I wanted to say. So last week, we had a really, really strong up day on Friday. Of course, everybody's trading signals, if you're a short-term trader, have flipped to the long side now, or at least you would think so. Is the audio working, by the way? I just want to make sure that there's audio coming in somewhere. Let me see that for myself. Yes, there is audio. Okay. So, we had a nice strong up day on Friday in the E-mini S&P, NASDAQ, Russell, the whole 9 yards. The dollar came cracking down, right? Made gold go up. And it looks like there's a possibility that we're going to explode again on Monday. So we've been looking at a couple of charts for the last 10, 15 days. One of them was absolutely a long-term view, which was the weekly S&P bar and the 200 bar moving average. And that's held for 4 weeks in a row, or at least 3 weeks in a row. We're heading to week 4. Definitely Wall Street's watching that. Short-term traders, of course, that went down most of the week, turned around on Friday, flipped up, and short-term traders, I would think, will be buying this thing on Sunday, Monday. With that in mind, let's go take a look at the chart back here. So this video is being filmed for trading Sunday through Monday, and that is the 23rd of October, 2022. This chart you've seen in many videos, but just a reminder, risk, risk, risk. This is a very risky game. Never, ever trade without stops. Put your stops in first before you ever enter into a position, and then at least you know you've got protection against a bad move. Friday, we got in the market. It dropped, 30, 40 points. We took our profit, sidestepped it, because OMNI said get short, get out, and do nothing. And then the market turned around and exploded for the whole rest of the day. We were lucky. We took our profits where OMNI said. Had we not taken profit, we would have been short the market Friday without a stop. Could you imagine the pain you would have had on Friday without a stop? Put those stops in, okay? So where are we? E-mini S&P weekly bar, where each one of these green or red lines or bars, if you will, represent a whole week's worth of trading. Now, the weekly bar is certainly watched by Wall Street. It's built into algorithms, and so is the 200 bar moving average. Now, there is no godsend and there's no holy grail. It's one of the thousands of things they pay attention to. But when it comes in play, like now, you have to talk about it. So, the 200 bar moving average, I've been telling you about it for the last 3 weeks, and guess what? Now we're heading to do or die week 4. So, the first week, being the red one here, it came down and hit and stopped, and that was a Friday. So we're not going to consider that spending time at the average. It just got to it, right? It was boom, 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 hit the average for the first time in a long time. So we're going to call the green one week 1, the red bar here, week 2. The last green bar that you see is week 3. We are heading into week 4, hovering above the 200 bar moving average on a weekly. Now that's bullish, bullish, bullish if you're long-term thinking. Absolutely. Remember though, they were lowering interest rates when we held here. The Fed was lowering interest rates when we held here. In fact, The Fed was lowering interest rates when we held back here. Or they weren't moving rates at all. They are raising rates now, so holding here fundamentally doesn't make as much sense, but market is right, not what we think. The market is holding. So now we have to figure out what to do Sunday night through Monday. And what I'm going to do is likely sidestep this thing. Here's what we're looking at. Boom. This is Friday's daily bar. It went right up past the average. Let me explain. NASDAQ daily bar. Now we've gone from a weekly to a daily. This is the daily bar. If you look at what happened every time the NASDAQ got near this average, something dynamic or dramatic takes place. Boom, crack. You get near it again, create the top of a channel. Boom, you crack all the way to the bottom. See, it's already hit here. Now we have a channel. Gets to the bottom of the channel. Hits it again, rallies up, almost gets to the top, but gets to the average and cracks. Sometimes you get above the average, sometimes you don't. Breaks back down. Here we are at the average, at the top of the channel. I think we let it show itself before we do anything. Professional traders do not have to be in the market every day. I mean, you'd be insane if you thought you'd had to be in every day and call yourself a pro. Professional traders sit back and wait for the market to come to their setups. That's what we do. I don't think we should be taking a trade here. The OMNI is absolutely going to tell us to be long. And if you ask me, this looks like a bull flag, right? I would have absolutely dubbed this a bull flag. And away we should go. And we're literally above the average. That's good stuff. But I am going to let it get above this trend and out of this channel for a full day before I do anything. Because it's been stuck in this channel and it reverses at the top of it. So yeah, it probably will go up this time, but the likelihood is that it reverses at the average in the channel more so than it doesn't. So I'm going to use the law of averages and say, well, it's supposed to reverse here. I am not going to take a buy signal right here. I'm just not going to do it. So I'm going to sidestep for the day, or at least half the day. We'll see what happens, and let the NASDAQ or the indices tell us what's going to happen before we trade. I don't know what that is, kids. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. And that's what I'm going to be looking for trading into Sunday night, Monday. So I've got a Raiders game to get to, and that's probably where I should be getting ready for that. I've got friends coming over. Let me just pull up my camera here. I've got friends coming over. We're going to hang out a little while, go see the Raiders. I don't even know if I'm a Raiders fan, but they're in my neighborhood. I own tickets. I guess I am. I'm really a Jets fan. Well, hold on a moment. We know this. We know I'm a Jets fan. I've been carrying this since I was born. It hasn't done me any good, but hey, maybe this year. Sorry to say those words. Maybe this year it's a joke. But they're having a good year. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. Good luck trading out there. Of course, I'll be in my live trading room. You can find me there at livewithoscar.com. You can hang out with me. I'm only going to disappear for a few hours for the game. Then I'll be hanging with you guys tonight. Now, there are other markets I've looked at. We don't just trade the indices. So I might do some trading Sunday through Monday, and you guys can trade with me. But I don't know that I'm going near those indices. We'll talk about that as it progresses. All right, so thank you for tuning in. Oh, Joe, you're a Jets fan? Joe, I'm so sorry for us. It's worse than that. Wait, before I leave. So if you're a Jets fan, I have to assume you're somewhere around my age. And what happened to us, obviously, Joe Namath must have been the biggest star in the world when we were kids that were this tall, right? Little pint-sized kids. And our fathers must have, our parents, whoever, must have all been into the Jets and Joe Namath. So they make us Jet fans because we're little kids. And if Dad's a Jet fan, you're a Jet fan, and how that goes, it goes. Why couldn't it have been the Giants? It gets worse. I'm a Met fan, too. It's Jets and Mets, so I might as well go see the Raiders. What could go wrong? All right, anyway, see you later, kids. Thank you for tuning in. Be careful out there, and I'll see you at my website now. I might as well show it to you because we speak about it enough. Make sure that you remember this, okay? Stops are in. Emotion wins are out. Remember that. Put your stops in and then don't panic. Let the market do what it's supposed to do. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all after the rating game.